Some weird news that is rare in college sports these days. Ian Schieffelin, who has been a great college basketball player at Clemson, per on three, he is planning to join the football team. Now, this is the second time this month that we've gotten some strange news on Ian Schieffelin. The first time was when he entered the transfer portal and then put out a graphic himself saying, "Hey, I know I don't deserve a waiver, but just in case I get one, I'm covering my bases." Well, guess what? He didn't get a waiver to play basketball. That was dead in the moment he put that graphic out. But Dabo Sweeney apparently is willing to let him join the Clemson football team, and Shefflin's going to take him up on that offer. This is not a joke. Schieffelin is a 6'8", 240-pound sort of bruiser, front court basketball player, presumably a tight end in football. I don't know. What do you think of this move?
How does this work? You're not allowed to play basketball, but you can play football?
I don't get it.
It doesn't, it feels like the same thing should apply. If you can't play basketball, you didn't get a waiver. Are we
Or
just
like
gonna
did he start school like in the spring semester? So he has a fall semester of eligibility left, maybe?
Oh, if I'm Shefflin and that's the case, I'm playing both sports now. I'll take a I'll take a scholarship from the football team. I'll walk on to the basketball team, and I'm just going to enjoy my last 4 months of college. But this makes no sense to me. I mean, obviously, from his perspective, I'm sure he knows a lot about his football ability. We don't. I don't. I mean, I know like people are kind of out on Dabo right now. I'm not necessarily. I don't agree with everything he says, but I do still think he's a good coach. I don't think Dabo would do something as a charade. So I do believe in the football aspect of it. It makes no sense to me why the NCAA would allow this to happen, though.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. It feels like, at least with the first announcement, it was like the NCAA won't let this happen. With this announcement, I didn't really hear any like this won't happen. So
Yeah.
I don't know if there's something we're missing on that where he's allowed to do this. But yeah, so there's an interesting clip that fascinates me. I saw this from Mark Whiteman, who shared this. And apparently last fall, Dabo Sweeney was asked what position would Ian Schieffelin play if he played football. Strange question to ask, but like he was the star for Clemson, and probably some media member was just trying to have a funny, cute little moment. And Dabo like took it super seriously and like got animated. It was just like he'd be a tight end, DN, he'd play wherever he wants to play. This video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. We have a special offer for you. Use promo code SLEEPERS, place a deposit, and Underdog will match your deposit as a first-time user up to $1,000 in bonus credits with a 50% deposit match. And they're giving you a free pick for the next 48 hours. And Dion, I know it has your attention.
It's Steph Curry to score 1 point in game six, an elimination game at the crib. That's what we do. We've been beating the Rockets for a decade. Night, night.
1 point from Steph Curry, you win your free pick. Promo code SLEEPERS. Make sure you don't miss out. Let's get back to the video. Gassing him up, and now here he is. So who knows? Maybe Shefflin, like watching him be a DN for Dabo Swinney would be hilarious. What I will say, look, we do some stupid topics on the Sleepers full podcast episodes that come out 5 days a week, and this seems one that we would do like top 10 college basketball players that should switch to football. Ian Schieffelin would have been in our top three, guaranteed. Like just watching the way he moves, we would have been like, yeah, he'd be good at this. So I hope this happens because if it happens, I think there's a world he's a really good football player.
So I'm reading articles on it. Apparently, he doesn't have a fifth year of eligibility for basketball, but he's already been granted the opportunity to play a fifth year in other sports.
I don't understand how this works.
That makes no sense to me. I will say this: it looks like he's going to play tight end for Clemson. He played quarterback in high school.
Ooh. I mean, I feel like Cade Klubnik's not that hard to beat out, right?
I'm not a Cade guy. I'll tell you right now, the only Cade I acknowledge is Cunningham.
This is crazy. This is a move I'm very familiar with, though, Dion. Not the football element of this, but just to be clear, what's going on here. This is the classic. This guy never wants to leave college move. I did the same thing when I was running out of my college time. I did this great move. I took a job in Chicago And then after signing the deal, like sign the contract, everything a week before the job was supposed to start, right after graduation, I just backed out of the job and told my parents and told everyone. I was like, oh, looks like I got to go back and look for jobs. Like, I'm not going to school anymore, but guess what? My roommates still are. Think I'm just going to keep my bedroom the next couple months. I ended up getting 3.5 extra months of that college summer just job hunting. Genius move. That's what Shefflin's doing. He'll be out of here by December, but he gets an extra 6 months of going to Clemson bars and being the guy on campus. It's a special move.
If I'm Schieffelin, I would just not leave ever. And I would just start like, so clearly the NCAA has decided if you want to play different sports, they don't care about eligibility. So I'm playing baseball. I'm playing, I'm gonna join the swimming team. I'm just going down the list until the NCAA says, you know what, that's enough. And at that point, I might be 34, 35 years old, 10 sport collegiate athlete. And imagine you have that resume as a 35-year-old with no real job experience, but you played 10 sports at Clemson.
Yeah, 34-year-old Ian Schieffelin, 12 years into his college career, playing his ninth different sport, and he's like just finishing up his field hockey season. That would be incredible. So I hope this happens. It sounds like it's going to happen. Ian Schieffelin, good luck to you, my friend. I'll be betting your anytime touchdowns.